JJK Chapter 264 has been a lot to unpack. Now, am I saying that it's the best in the series? No. But this chapter alone was very amazing. Now, there were a lot of things I really didn't feel, which I'm going to bring up in the video. But I would like to say overall, the positive of this chapter really outweighs the negative. And there is something I just want to say. We need to study this man that is Gege, because, or woman, because I'm not really sure. Because his act for always dropping cliffhangers is one of the most craziest things I've ever seen, because it's always so grabbing. Like, I can't really wait for the next chapter to come out. But other aside, what's up guys, my name is Richard from US101, back again with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about the chapter 264 of JJK. So without any further ado, let's just get right into this video. Now, we see Sukuna being hit with the full power of Jacob's ladder, but here is the caveat: it's not really actually the full power of Jacob's ladder. Why? Because Angel currently is missing another arm. Now, the way Gege explains it is that the fact that the soul and the body are not completely harmonized because of the fact that her hands are missing, that's the reason why the technique is weak. Like, you cannot compare this Jacob ladder to the one that Sukuna first received, and we cannot even compare it to the one that Yuta used against him. Now, did Gege explain this thing well? No. This is actually one of the things that I didn't like about this chapter, because his explanation was a bit wish-washy. And the way I interpret it is that the reason why Sukuna is actually able to tank both Yuta and Angel's Jacob ladder is because of the fact that he took the ritual bath. I feel that because Sukuna has more control over Megumi, he's able to somewhat endure the pain. Juxtapose the first time he was actually hit with Jacob ladder, we could see that for the first time that thing was very deadly. And why was it deadly? Because he just freshly took over Megumi's body. Now, that's the way my brain interprets it, and that's the way my brain is trying to like explain everything out. But definitely I feel Gege could have explained this better for the audience. Now, this is like the nitpicky part I have about this chapter, so let's continue. So we see Sukuna punch the floor and the debris sends them flying, and he uses that ability to scale the Jacob ladder. So technically Sukuna is actually climbing Jacob's ladder, but he isn't only the person doing that, and that's going to come later. And why is he doing that? Because he wants to black flash Angel. He wants to delete her from the series, and at this point I was really sure that that was going to happen, because I feel that she has really outlived her usefulness when I think about it. And as Sukuna was approaching Angel, trying to land the sweet blow, our boy Todo takes the black flash. This is literally the second time. I think the third time Todo is doing something like this. The first time was with Yuji and Maito. I think he took Sukuna's black flash again. I'm not really sure. You can correct me down in the comment section. But this is the third time, and even Sukuna shows Todo his respect. And we have to understand that Todo is literally one of the best characters Gege has written. Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Todo as a character, because Todo just keeps on winning for me. And yeah, I really just love the fact that Todo was still relevant all the way to the latest chapter of JJK. But at this point, because Todo took Sukuna's black flash and guarded Angel, both him and Angel are passed out, and Sukuna heads towards Angel to finish the business. But this is when we see our boy Yuji comes. Yuji gives Sukuna that two-piece combo and goes for a suplex down the whole building, and we can see our boy is still pushing. I really love the fact that Yuji is always standing up. Like, people say that it's because he's the protagonist, but I feel that because of, like, Yuji is just overall a very cool character, and I really love the character that is Yuji. I love Yuji, I love Sukuna. But enough glazing, let's get back to the review. We see that as Sukuna was climbing the ladder, like I originally said, Yuji was actually right behind him, and this is where Yuji and Sukuna starts fighting, and unfortunately for Yuji, Sukuna has regained his RCT, and so he's able to heal both his arms and his mouth and literally his heart. At this point, things are really going bad, and in Sukuna's mind, It's like right now Yuji's dismantle is very lethal to me, but if he can't use it against me, I have nothing to be afraid of. And Sukuna thinks he has Yuji on checkmate, and this is where we get a flashback to the first time Gojo was explaining domain expansion to Yuji. And what the narrator says is that because of the fact that Kusakabe and Yuji has been practicing a lot, and Yuji knows the fundamental of simple domain and is able to actually use an effective simple domain, Yuji, in of his sense, because we know he's a protege, is able to envision his domain expansion, and he uses that against Sukuna. And even Sukuna is surprised, because what do we find out? We find that Sukuna is in the train station with Yuji. And now this is the strangest thing. How did that happen? So now I have a few theories that I'm going to probably do in my next video, because that will be a complete video. But here is what I'm thinking, and these are the three things that came to my mind. The first one is, could this be that this is the end of Sukuna? Like, did Yuji win, and this is like they are just doing the same thing that Sukuna did to Gojo? I highly doubt that. I don't think that this is the end of Sukuna. I definitely don't think this is the end of Sukuna. The second one is that this might be the effect of Yuji's domain expansion, because we all knew that Yuji had the ability to manipulate people's memory, and probably this is what Yuji's old domain expansion does, the ability to manipulate people's memory. Maybe this is Yuji trying to manipulate Sukuna's memory, and that might actually work. And the third one might be that might not actually be Yuji, and that might actually be Sukuna's twin brother. That's why, if you notice, Yuji somewhat took a very familiar tone to Sukuna, so this might actually not be Yuji and might be Sukuna's brother, and this will now make Sukuna confront a lot of things. But either case, all I generally want to say is that this was a very, very good manga. This was very interesting, and this is the reason why I really can't tolerate those people saying the Sukuna cycle or Gege doesn't know what he's doing, because one thing we always have to consider is that this is a weekly manga. Of course, for people that don't have enough patience, this might look like things are dragging off, but if you actually go and you reread it again, you find out that everything actually makes sense. And this is the reason why I love JJK. JJK, it's beyond this time. And yeah, don't let me glaze JJK more than I already have. I'm pretty sure I've glazed the hell out of JJK since I started this video. Well, generally, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for reaching this place. If you did reach the end of this video, generally I respect and I really mess with you. You can chat me down in the comment section. I'll be there 24/7 to answer any of your comments, and if you have any video suggestion, you can write down in the comment section below. And yeah, thank you very much, and guys, please be expecting my Sasuke continuation video, and also expect my theory video on what happened in the latest chapter of JJK. Probably, I'm not really sure. I've been really busy when it comes to work and you get life generally. So yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. Make sure you do have a nice day, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.